Hello guys, welcome back to Beyond the Realms, and today I'm going to be reviewing Wrath of the Titans 3D, which is a sequel to a remake of Clash of the Titans. It just sounds so weird saying that, even though that's happened quite a few times in these unoriginal times. But it's just weird to say a sequel to a remake. But such is the case in today's day and age. You know, the Clash of the Titans movie, it caught a lot of flack for a lot of reasons. You know, a lot of people didn't like it, thought that it didn't have much action in it, that it couldn't live up to the original by any means, and also took a lot of flack for the 3D being really shitty. Like, this is where films that were shot in 2D and then converted to 3D really start getting a strong backlash, was with this film. And, you know, but it made enough money to garner a sequel. You know, and that remake, I actually really enjoyed the Clash of the Titans remake. I mean, it's not a great film at all, but it was just fun entertainment to me. You know, I don't think there's anything wrong with just being entertained by a film and not looking at it on any deeper level other than that. You know, I get pretty deep when I look at films sometimes and overanalyze them, but I also like to just enjoy a good action film, and to me that's what the Clash of the Titans remake was. So when I heard that they were doing this sequel, I was actually really looking forward to it. I really wanted to check it out in the theater, but never got a chance to, so I picked up this really nice steelbook edition, which I did an unpackaging for. Really awesome edition from Best Buy exclusive too. But basically, this is telling the story of, you know, the gods are actually falling in this. Like, mankind has quit worshiping the gods, and in turn they are becoming mortal beings. And so basically what happens is, you know, all of the guys return in this. It was in the remake. Liam Neeson as Zeus, Ralph Fiennes as Hades, and then you also have Danny Hudson as Poseidon, and Edgar Ramirez as Ares. And basically, you know, Zeus shows up to Perseus, which is played by Sam Worthington again, tells him about this. You know, the gods are falling, the kingdom is crumbling, basically. You know, the fibers of society are crumbling because the gods are, you know, mortal now. So what happens is Hades takes Zeus prisoner and is basically taking it's basically draining him of his power, and in turn it's going to release like the ultimate weapon, which is Cronus, and basically he's just going to destroy all of mankind for, you know, them turning their backs on the gods. That's basically what your story is. And you know, as things are starting to fall, it's Tartarus, I think, is where Hades is based at, and like, it's basically the walls are crumbling, and it's releasing all of these demons and creatures on the earth. And so basically Perseus sets out to try to conquer Cronus. He's coming. There's basically nothing that can be done, but if he can get a hold of Zeus's thunderbolt, Hades' pitchfork, and Poseidon's trident, he can bring them all together, and it forms the Spear of Triumph, which is like the ultimate weapon. That's the only weapon that can beat Cronus. So that's really your story to Wrath of the Titans. And guys, to me, this is just a really entertaining film, and I think really in every way this improved upon the remake from a couple years ago. It's a better written story. Now, granted, it's not a great story at all. I mean, you know, I can see how some people would say the plot is very lacking in this, but this isn't the type of film I go into, like I said, expecting a great plot, you know. And I was, everything that I wanted out of this, I got. It had great action. The special effects were just phenomenal, and it was entertaining throughout. And you know, watching Clash of the Titans, I could see how some people say, that it wasn't action enough. I can understand that, but they really improved upon that with this film. They really upped the scale of action. It doesn't take nearly as long for things to get going, and things happen pretty consistently within the film. It doesn't go very long without your next big action scene that's coming up. There's this really awesome creature in this called a chimera, which is basically a two-headed dragon that looks like a bat, and I don't know, like it has characteristics of a lion and all kinds of crazy shit, but it's really awesome. Really cool creature, and the special effects on it were done very well. I think, the final boss character, Cronus, which is this big-ass rock lava guy you see here on the cover, he was really awesome and much more menacing than the Kraken in Clash of the Titans. Because, that's one thing in Clash of the Titans I thought was pretty crappy is, the Kraken shows up and he's supposed to be this big badass, and he's basically taken out after 10 minutes of the film. Well, Cronus lasts longer in this, and he just seems like he's more of a threat, I thought. As far as the acting goes, I mean, this is the type of film, you don't, like I said, you just don't look at stuff like that too much. You can't overthink things like that, or of course you're going to be disappointed. But I've always liked Sam Worthington. I think he's a good action star. I think he did really well in this. I like Liam Neeson, how there's a transition in his character from the Clash of the Titans, the first one, the remake. He's more boastful and proud and confident, and in this he's broken down, he's torn down, he's having the energy of his whole body sucked out of him to power this Cronus guy. I thought he did good. I thought Ralph Fiennes was better as Hades this time around. The other two guys, Danny Hudson, Edgar Ramirez, they were okay. Not a whole lot to them. I thought Ralph Fiennes, Liam Neeson, Sam Worthington pretty much stole the show. And there was a different woman playing, what's her name, Andromeda in this. Her name was Rosamund Pike. I can't remember the woman's name who played in the remake, but she wasn't very good in my opinion. I like the woman from the remake better, but for whatever reason she wasn't back. But yeah, the CG in this is just phenomenal. It's absolutely fantastic, and just it's weird because I find myself saying that more and more these days, but CG has definitely came a long way, and it is a lot of green screen, just full flat out CG in this, but there is a creature also. It's kind of like this devil. I mean, he looks almost flat out like your cliche devil with the horns and everything, and that was totally practical. Pretty cool creature effect. But the CG in this it didn't bother me, because films like this is where I totally expect it and accept it, both. Now, as far as the 3D goes, this was also a film that was converted from 2D to 3D post-conversion, and I gotta say they did a lot better in this one than they did in Clash of the Titans. I mean, I think, I didn't see Clash of the Titans in a theater, and I just heard time and time again how crappy the 3D was, but I still picked up the 3D Blu-ray, and I didn't think it was too bad. But in this, it's a definite improvement. There's actually quite a bit of stuff that comes out of the screen. The opening shot showing this wall with like ancient drawings of the gods and stuff on it, and there's this fire burning, and the embers are rising in the air and stuff. Really cool 3D shot right off the bat there. And throughout the film, there's a lot of stuff that pops out. There's a lot of great depth to the film. So the 3D in this, guys, I'll give the 3D a 6.5 out of 10. Not reference material at all, but still good, enjoyable 3D that if you have a 3D TV, I would recommend getting this version of it. As far as the extras on it, there's not a lot, but there's some cool making of stuff like that. So extras, guys, I'll give it about a 6 out of 10. They could have done a little bit more with it. I didn't check out the movie mode in this, which would probably show a little bit more, but pretty decent. But overall, guys, this film, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. And this will gladly be possibly be my guilty pleasure of the year. I enjoyed the film. It's and actually Jonathan Lebesman, I have to mention, also is the director of this, which he's been hit or miss with me. I really enjoyed Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning, which was the prequel to the remake of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Jeez. But I love that film. He directed that one, and then the other one I saw of his that he did was Battle of Los Angeles. I hated that film. I thought it was a complete piece of shit. So I was a little worried when I heard he was doing this film, but he did a good job. So out of the films of his that I've seen, he's 2 for 1 now. A good, fun, enjoyable, mindless film. Don't expect anything except just some fun action scenes, some good eye candy, and some dazzling special effects, and you might enjoy this. Just go into it to have fun. Don't try to overthink this. This isn't something meant to be overthought, guys. Just have fun with it. That's what I did, and I enjoyed it. It was a blast. So, yeah, so I guess that's it, guys. I hope you all are doing well, and I will talk to you soon. So you have a good one. Later.